get some Cheeky soap. Use Cheeky.com. We've made the perfect soap. You should not use anything that's not cheeky. I'm looking out for you. After watching The Sopranos, how do you feel about the way movies shows were back then and the direction shows movies take now, the good and the bad? That's an interesting little question. I like how unafraid The Sopranos is to be bad. Like, have characters that are genuinely reprehensible. Like, nowadays, every show kind of pulls its punches on the bad guys because you follow them. They can't be, like, too vile, but back then, in The Sopranos, they didn't care. Like, you'd have, like, Tony Soprano beats women. Well, not often, but, like, he beats, in multiple occasions so far, has beat a woman. And it's like, this is your main character. And I think that's a really cool thing that they do, because you're not supposed to be rooting for him. Like, at the end of the day, he is, like, a bad guy. Shows don't really do that now. Like, The Penguin, I think, is one of the rare exceptions that wasn't afraid to do that. To a certain extent, they don't go as hard as The Sopranos did, but most shows don't. And I think that really helps elevate The Sopranos. And then, as for things that I think modern shows do better than The Sopranos, 100% action. Like, when there's action in Sopranos, it's very sitcom-y, like punching with the gun. That kind of thing. But I really think that's probably the only thing modern shows do better than back then. You should go through the top 100 IMDb shows list and see if you agree. I'm very curious what makes it there. It's going to be a lot of shows I imagine I haven't seen. Let's see. Breaking Bad, hard agree. Game of Thrones, hard disagree. And I already see number 3, Mandalorian, hard disagree. So Game of Thrones has 6 amazing seasons. Season 7's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And Season 8 is unforgivable. And I'm so tired of... Oh, this is fan-created. Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank heavens. Alright. It was about to get me on my fucking spiel again. That almost got me heated. Breaking Bad still. Hard agree. Planet Earth 2 and Planet Earth. I mean, Planet Earth's cool, I guess. I don't know about the second best show ever made. Band of Brothers I've heard incredible things about. I've never gotten around to watching it, though. But I've heard Band of Brothers is amazing. Yeah, everyone says that it's a must-watch. Same with Chernobyl. Oh, all 3 of these, actually. The one I was going to watch next after Sopranos was going to be The Wire. Because that's another one I always hear immense praise for. But maybe I do Chernobyl next because this is shorter. And same with Band of Brothers, it's only 10 episodes. Avatar: The Last Airbender, hard agree. Blue Planet 2, man. Love, love, love the Earth documentaries, huh? Sopranos, agree. Cosmos: A Space-Time Odyssey, I've never heard of this or this, but I'm assuming it's the same thing. Shit to watch while stoned and just get your mind blown. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Game of Thrones. It's still gonna have me go on my spiel. I disagree. You can have 6 seasons of a masterpiece, but if you completely blow it in your last 2 seasons, what you have is a worthless journey. There's a reason no one ever talks about Game of Thrones anymore, despite it being a cultural phenomenon for fucking 8 years. And it's because of how horrific this show concludes. I've talked about it till I've been blue in the face. No reason to just keep rehashing it, but this should not be here. You cannot have a top 20 TV show of all time that has an unforgivably dog shit ending. You just can't. Bluey, I've never watched. People love Bluey, though. The World at War. That's a 70s show. Never even heard of it. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This is like the anime that everyone falls in love with as like their favorite anime ever made. And I like it. I like it a lot. Big fan of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't like it to this extent where I'd be put in the top 20. But yeah, I mean, it's an extremely good show. I know why it's here. I get it. Life, I'm guessing it's another thing like Cosmos. Fucking Rick and Morty. That's just embarrassing. Eek. That definitely wouldn't be in my top 20 shows. Wow. Jinkies. I don't know The Last Dance. Oh, wait, no, wait, sorry, The Last Dance, this is the basketball documentary. I don't know why I thought this was like a Friday Night Lights thing. No, I know Last Dance, never mind. Still don't know if I put it in the top 20, but I do know it. Documentary's crushing here, it seems. Twilight Zone, I only ever watched a little bit of Twilight Zone. Attack on Titan, one of my favorite anime. Don't know if it'd be in the top 20 shows ever made, but it is one of my favorite anime. This is another documentary, it seems, from Vietnam War. Sherlock. Never really heard much about that. Batman the Animated Series, the OG. I liked it when I was a kid. Liked it a lot. Arcane, I think, is extremely good. Makes sense. Better Call Saul. Fucking love Better Call Saul. I actually think this is way lower than it should be. That should be in the top 20, not outside of it. The Office. Used to like The Office a lot when I was young. Haven't seen it in a long time, though. Another documentary. I don't know Clarkson's Farm. Seems like a cool concept, though. That might be fun. Scam 1992. Don't know it. Hunter x Hunter. Wow. Anime's very high up here. Firefly, that's like that huge what if everyone always references. I've never seen it. Death Note. Gravity Falls. Jesus. Never watched it. I've never been a Seinfeld enjoyer. I know it's like blasphemous to say, but I've just never been into Seinfeld. Ever. Don't know the Beatles Get Back. Haven't watched it. True Detective. I only know the first season. I don't know if it stays that good forever, but it was very cool. Cowboy Bebop is still on my to-watch. Never watched Fargo. Nathan For You. What a banger. No, I still haven't watched it yet, mate. Don't know. Taskmaster, that's not for me. It's a cool idea for a show, but I never got into it. Freerin, not surprised to see it so high. I still need to give it another chance. Here's The Pit that everyone keeps talking about. A top 50 show, huh? Don't know it. Friends is okay. It's alright. This is like one of the most successful shows ever fucking made, though. Always Sunny. That's a great show. Here's Succession. It's another one I need to watch. One Piece is lower than I thought it'd be. I thought that'd be a lot higher. BoJack is another show I need to watch start to finish. I only ever saw bits and pieces. Dragon Ball Z, let's fucking go. Nice. Oh, and 1,000 Year Blood War. That seems awfully high. I like 1,000 Year Blood War. I don't know if it'd be in like the top 100 shows ever made. Dragon Ball Z on here twice. Oh, I got a case of the odds. Chappelle Show classic. Vinland Saga, nice. Love to see that. Where would you rank Severance? For me, it'd definitely be in the top 50 somewhere for sure. I'm surprised I haven't seen Severance yet. I don't know why it's not here, unless I missed it somewhere. A lot of these that are ahead of it should not be ahead of it. It's for damn sure. Oh, they even got the classic Berserk here. Severance at number 96, I think, is criminal. Yeah, this whole little last stretch, a lot of it I disagree with. Steins Gate's cool to see up here, though. Episode 6 ruined it for the rating. I guess, but it wasn't even that bad. It was definitely the weakest episode in the whole series, but it wasn't like that bad. Courage the Cowardly Dog should have been on there. I agree, but that was never going to happen. I wonder what Courage does have on here, though. An 8.3. Super underrated. That should be a 9 at least. What I do like to see, though, is how many people fondly remember Courage and still talk about it to this day. Like, I know the big trend right now is like the Mount Rushmore of this and that. There was one for like the Mount Rushmore of cartoons, and I saw Courage was on there, and everyone pretty much agreed with that. So I'm really happy. It is a special show. I don't think you will ever see another show like Courage. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was similar. Similar to Courage, or similar in that it's very different from like everything else? Because I don't think they bear much similarity at all. The only thing that they kind of share in common is like the horror-ish elements of it. And like being self-contained for like the villain of the day thing. Courage is a show I never want to see come back. It's just perfect in every way. I'd rather they just leave it untainted. I'm so split on it, man. Because they have 4 seasons of perfection. And I know if they brought it back, it'd probably blow. But I just can't help but just want more. Like, there's still so much potential in Courage the Cowardly Dog. Still so much they could keep doing for Courage and it never getting old. Was Courage big back then, or was it kind of niche? So that's the thing. When I was a kid, none of my friends watched Courage. I had no one to talk to about Courage. So I grew up under the impression that it wasn't big. But now, it seems like it was. Like, it seems like it was big. Like, I think a lot of people watched it, but probably just didn't talk about it like the same way they would with a Codename Kids Next Door or something, or a SpongeBob. If Courage was so big, so good and so big, why did it get canceled? Feels like it got the Freaks and Geeks deal. That's a, you know what, that's a really interesting question. I don't know if I ever looked up the exact reason. Courage the Cowardly Dog was not cancelled in the traditional sense. The series ended its run in 2002 after 4 seasons, 52 episodes. It was some theories and reasons for its eventual conclusion include the creator's artistic direction, voice actor departures, or just a shift in Cartoon Network's programming. That was just the AI summary of all the articles here. No, Courage never had an ending. The last episode it had was the You're Not Perfect. So it didn't end. They just never picked it up again after that. Creator didn't do much after it ended either. Yeah, John R. Dilworth, he did not do all that much. I wonder what he's doing these days. I actually haven't checked in a while. He completed a short film in 07 called Goose in High Heels. And outside of that, it looks like he hasn't. Oh no, he did a film last year called Goblins of Litter. Were you a big fan of Hey Arnold? I was. I liked Hey Arnold a lot. That was a great show. It was. I am curious. We always get on this topic, and I never remember if there's anything when I ask this question, if there's anything that matches. Is there anything currently airing for like kids programming, like animation that is, that's kind of in the same vibe as those old shows like a Hey Arnold, a Billy and Mandy, a Johnny Bravo type shit? Because right now, Bluey I know is like the kids show, but that's not really like those. It's more akin to like your traditional kids programming back then from like WB, like a Franklin or something like that. No, there's got to be something, right? There's really nothing? Because there's no way that kind of show for kids just vanished. Like, there's no way. Loud House. That name's familiar. They had a character in the Multiversus, didn't they? Kids don't really watch TV anymore. They have TikTok. Yeah, I guess the slack has been picked up by things like Glitch, like Gaslight District, because this kind of fits that niche. This is definitely a show that can be for all ages, even though it's more on like the young teen side. But it's still, like, Glitch shows, I think, probably fit that more so than, like, mainstream kids programming. Never knew about this in 7 million views. Nah, you definitely know this channel. Amazing Digital Circus. I think this is probably where, like, that style of kids programming has gone. Like, from the old days of, like, the Courage, the Billy and Mandy, the Danny Phantoms, that kind of thing. I think it's now more on things like Glitch and other animations, like indie animation like it, filling that void. I think the Gaslight District pilot is very good. It's a beautiful style, and I think it's very solid. I'm super interested in seeing more. This is probably my favorite Glitch show so far. I was really impressed.